those hotkeys only work when the drop-downs are actually dropped down.
Wait, are you saying the keyboard hotkeys only work when the window's down?
Yes.
It is the stupidest
I
thing.
know it is! Speaking of stupid things...
Why even have hotkeys if you have the drop-down window? That's so dumb.
I know!
I'm sorry, I know we're going into the video now, but it's just funny to me.
Konami Computer Entertainment Nagoya.
I just want to talk about how kind of funny that Konami opening was, and how it was not in the PlayStation version. So, we both are playing the Japanese version of one of our Halloween games this year.
Uh-huh. Data select. I actually like this presentation for the data select better than the way it was in the PS1 version.
Where it was like pictures or little icons or something?
Yeah, this just looks cleaner to me, to be honest with you.
You know what it looks like? It looks like an old school Castlevania type of screen, file screen. Or an old school screen in general, honestly.
Richter! Although in the not the PS1, the Saturn version, you don't need to put the name Richter in, you just select his portrait. And if you hold up when you select him in the Saturn version, if you hold up when you select him in the Saturn version takes longer to load. Oh yeah, your computer's running this a lot better than mine.
Thank you, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
You get a different outfit based on his new artwork.
Huh.
Flame Whip.
So that's why you're playing the Saturn version?
That and to show off different things, but it always bothered me, like it always bugged me when I played Symphony of the Night back in the day. That Richter's sprite looked so different. That startled me.
It's just my landlord's just talking to. Let me put that on vibrate.
I thought that was on vibrate. That's what. Oh. Well, it did vibrate.
It vibrated, but it also made a sound. Anyway, I'll put it on the blanket. That way you can't really hear it as well.
Speaking of, I can't hear the game all that well.
Oh, good point. Well, try now.
Oh, by the way, in this version, depending on which character you're using, the opening area has a different tune. So, with Richter, it plays a rendition of Bloody Tears. With Maria, it plays a rendition of Vampire Killer. And I'm like, shouldn't that be switched?
You can definitely see a difference graphically.
Yeah, the Saturn was better at doing sprites, but it had no inherent transparency effect, whatever. And its 3D capabilities were worse. By the way, well,
I was just gonna say, it kind of reminds me of the Game Boy Advance. Whoa! That's a lot of knives!
You're not going to be seeing that because I'm going to use that against Galgamet, whatever his name is, the really big guy that I fought 2 different ways with Alucard. Because remember when I was attacking his head with Alucard and it kept snapping back? That doesn't happen in this version. See, in the PS1 and the PSP and the Xbox Live Arcade version, you could get up on that platform with Richter and just keep doing this to him.
I really wish they had taken the time to include a different save system. A different, save animation for Maria and Richter, because, I don't know. I don't think the coffin makes much sense.
Scott Coffin?
Sure you can!
His whip dash uses the same input as the Hellfire move for Alucard.
So, when you were throwing those knives, I was just thinking how Arthur wishes he could throw knives that fast.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're finally going to finish Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins today.
Yeah.
I had to play through that game like 20 times to get everything. I mean, go different levels, go back between different levels with different items. Ah!
Yeah.
Devil May Cry will be a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked about that in the show yet, but yeah, I'm probably going to do Devil May Cry 3 next year.
Devil May Cry.
I think there's just one alternate character in that game.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how long it takes to beat the game. I might be able to just kind of do go through the game again with the other character, but mostly on my own. Kind of like what you did with Castlevania, the PlayStation 2 one.
By the way, some enemies have different death animations in the...
Virgil, that's his name.
By the way, notice something different here?
What?
Ahem. There wasn't a door there before.
Oh.
If you were Trevor, you'd be like, oh yeah! But then again, Trevor knows this game, like, inside and out, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. I watched him play through it, like, I don't know, 2-3 times. I just remember watching him for like 4 hours trying to get that weapon. Man, did that pay off. So when he had that weapon, nothing stood in his way.
Yeah, Richter's kind of the same way with Hydro Storm!
Do you think you'll play as Simon or Richter in Smash Brothers?
I don't know. Those guys have a different death. They didn't spiral like that in the PS1 version.
If any of us play those characters, it should probably be you. I don't know how much experience Jake has with Castlevania.
He likes the N64 game, I know that.
If I did know that, I forgot that.
Or he did at one point. By the way, when I played PSP Maria mode, she has a move that uses the same input as that, but unlike with Richter, it doesn't make her invincible when she's doing it. Mm-hmm. And she just rolls across the floor, and it's like, if she doesn't outright kill the enemy, she just runs. She'll do damage to them, but they'll also do damage to her, and it's like, well, that was a pointless move. And by the way, for those wondering, no, I'm not going to completely abuse Hydro Storm. I'm just using it right now.
That's got to be the name of the video game, right? Hydro Storm? That sounds like a...
Oh yes, it is actually. It's a It's like Wave Race.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew I had heard a game called Hydro Storm before.
That would be funny if when I have Richter use Hydro Storm, I just put the cover of that game. Hydro Storm!
Draw card!
I mentioned this before, but the Vampire Killer Whip has built-in holy property, as well as hit property.
By the way...
Yes, hit property.
Wow, you got a bad case of the... I don't even know what that is. It sounds like a hiccup.
Well, the first one was a hiccup, the second one was me imitating a hiccup. They didn't make a sprite animation for when Richter turns around, even though they have a sprite animation of him facing towards the camera for when he's activating his flame whip that they could have just repurposed for a quick turnaround sprite.
I know what we're watching today.
Ooh, what?
Castlevania Season 2.
Ooh.
I mean, it's
How
just,
on topic of you.
It's just perfect, right?
Perfect!
We play Castlevania, we watch Castlevania. Well, I guess technically I watch Castlevania and then I watch more Castlevania.
Groundwater vein. Those of you who are familiar with this will know that that name is different. No need to grab those hoits.
Hoits. Oh, it's Hoits. Oh, dang it. I can't see what anyone is called. Because it's all in Japanese.
This is one game where you definitely do not need to be able to read Jap. Like, if you want to follow the story, maybe. By the way, that door wasn't there before either.
If you wanted to follow the story, at least you got the other version.
But, like, even for equipment and stuff, because everything has pictures and all the pictures are unique,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, as long as I remember what this thing looks like in the menu, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. That's such a Japanese scream.
I'm only going through here right now. So, ow.
Like, they have different voices in the PlayStation. I mean, I'm not talking about cinematics and stuff. I'm talking about... Are the enemy voices different, too?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I do not remember them sounding like...
Anyways, now that that's open, I can... Remember that door in the marble gallery that I was pointing out that I was like, that wasn't there before?
Yeah.
That leads to the other side of that wall I just opened up.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can use this.
We're doing the right side up castle of Richter and the upside down castle of Saturn Maria?
Yes.
Okay. I figured because I already saw you playing the Saturn Maria mode, so. Loading, loading, loading. Heck yeah.
I need my what?
You're hot! You're hot! Pushing stuff looks funny. Who pushes stuff like this? Yeah, let me push this box. That's what we're gonna look like when we're moving. We're just gonna be walking against the boxes.
By the way, the translucent mesh thing is not perfect. If you look down there, it's kind of revealing a background layer that it shouldn't be. When I play Maria mode, I play without the translucent mesh effect to kind of show off what the graphics look like more accurately on the Saturn version.
Does the water look checkerboard?
Yes.
I kind of accepted it for the text boxes because I was like, oh, whatever. But for water, that must look weird. Sure you can kill fish.
Got my health up.
So does it? Yeah. Does it not do the health up text?
No, but it does increase their HP.
Huh. That's interesting.
My initial thought, by the way, this waterfall that's in the foreground was also a mesh effect. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might actually have been an unintended glitch.
Huh.
I'm gonna push that for my return trip. I don't need to read that text because all it says is something appeared over by the bridge, but in Japanese. Instead of just slowly revealing that, it's just like, pop! Pop!
This... Huh. There sure are a lot of differences between this and the PlayStation version.
Most of them are just graphical. But it just always bugged me that Richter's... Like, in the PS1 version, back when I first played this game, I looked at Richter's sprite, then I looked at his character art in the manual, and was like, wait, but... something's not right here. And then later, I learned that it was taken wholesale from Rondo of Blood, and I'm like, oh... that's why... I said to... Oh, don't run in these holes.
Don't run in the holes!
Because zombies will spawn right on top. Like, if you walk, you'll see the zombies spawning and you'll have time to kill it. But if you run, they'll spawn, like, right on top of you and you'll just get hit over and over and over again.
Zombies are so annoying when you run.
You know, I had thought about, like, what if someone did a ROM hack of this game and added Arthur?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if we made it so he only loses his armor when he's down to 1 hit point? It's like, but what if he needs the flying armor to, you know, fly? By the way, something that only happens in the Saturn version, to my knowledge. Remember I picked this up at the beginning?
Yeah.
It's back.
What?
And this is now open. Normally you have to beat Slagra and Gibbon to open this, but because I kind of went in a roundabout way, it triggered this. I think that was actually a different map.
Huh.
You know, like a copy and pasted map with some differences added to it. And both maps had that HP up item. And it just doesn't run a check to see if you grabbed the item beforehand on the other map.
Okay, so it's a mistake.
Yup. But one that Richter and Maria can take advantage of. Alucard can't take advantage of it. He can't get up there when he first enters.
Get away, you red... Oh, by the way, guess what armors are called at the end of Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins credits? Red Devils.
Mark?
Yeah?
Does this tree look like something out of Ghosts and
Oh
Goblins?
yeah, that does not look like it belongs in this game. Actually, you know what that tree looks like?
It looks... I'm just watering the tree with my holy water.
It looks like someone fed that tree a Joker fish. Or they attacked it with Joker gas. That's what it looks like.
Aw, I must have overwatered the tree. It died. By the way, holy water does both holy and fire damage.
It's a good thing there are these useful coffins for the Belmonts to use. What? And now for Richter's #1 hit!
Oh, that is loud as fuck, dude.
I need to take my medication. Good thing I got a glass of water right here.
Hello, weird byproduct of Scissorman and Luigi. The clock tower is over that way. Ooh, almost couldn't see that drip. Anyways, this is a new area that's only in the Saturn version.
Huh. Oh, wow. Huh. Why?
Igarashi said that this and the Cursed Prison were not up to his quality standards. But it's like they took like everything that was exclusive to the Saturn version. He just did not reproduce. Not even this awesome sprite, which it's literally just his old sprite modded. Like if you took his old sprite, put it in like Photoshop or whatever, and just did a little bit of sprite editing. That's all it is.
Not up to his standards, huh?
They didn't even take... This guy's
crap.
weakness to holy. Oh, he never used his laser move. I didn't even mean to beat him in a fair fight. That actually happened when I played Maria mode on this. It's like I was trying to use one of her really broken spells, and it just, like, I just couldn't get the input down, and I was like, ah, oh, whatever. And I just fought him, was like, well, that was a more fair fight than I had intended.
By the way, when we finish Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, I will probably be using 2 different weapons. Against the Witch and the second to last boss, I'll be using the Lightning Whip, which is what I have in those files, because I had to have different files for different bosses. But for the final boss, unfortunately, I couldn't keep the Lightning Whip, which is my favorite weapon, because it does so much damage. But I have the Lightning Crossbow, which is okay. Okay, that guy is just straight up out of Clock Tower. Oh, he's dual wielding. He's dual wielding hedge clippers. Dang. Actually, that's kind of stupid when you think about it.
Oh, the hedge clippers he took out of his back pocket, he was going to throw them like a boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Ow.
That makes more sense. Come on, that is just straight up out of Clock Tower. Like, they're not even trying to hide it.
Well, he's dressed like Luigi, if that helps.
He is dressed like Luigi.
So that's what happened to Luigi after death took his soul. He put it in these clock tower guys.
Wow. But hey, it's just a theory.
A stupid theory.
A stupid theory.
Okay, he didn't like me watering him with bottled water, so I guess I'll just water him with natural rain. Hi,
what the heck is that thing?
Dugong!
The heck is... That looks weird.
Looks like Dugong.
Kind of. Like a pregnant Dugong with wings.
Still looks like a Dugong.
Looks like a pregnant Dugong gong gong!
By the way, because I won't find another one of those, that's what that item crash looks like.
Okay.
You're now seeing it.
Man, that is a really high uppercut.
And because it's possible for Alucard to get down here without double jump or bat form, they put this here for him to get out.
So, I've been watching this anime called High School Girl. If you're a big fan of the arcade scene, especially the arcade scene in Japan, it's a really good show to watch, because it kind of goes through different eras of the arcade. Because the characters love the arcade so much, and they're always going there, seeing the new games, and they're both, like, really good at Street Fighter. But the funny thing is, he's like, maybe I should go play Street Fighter Alpha, or Street Fighter 2 EX Fighter, or whatever, and he goes through all of them, and his friend's like, so they still haven't made Street Fighter 3, huh? He's like, no, that's pretty odd. There's like 8 or 9 games.
There was a time when, Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, could have qualified as a Street Fighter 3.
Yeah. Eventually there was a Street Fighter 3.
Like 2 million versions.
I was thinking the same thing. I just realized I was saying it the same way that the Angry Video Game Nerd was.
Yeah, it took me this long to get to what is normally the first area.
Yeah, this is the first area.
I went a roundabout way with Richter to kind of show off the new areas.
Huh!
Thank you.
Yeah! Screw him up! Whoa! Oh. Actually, just keep going. I'm going to take this down to the kitchen.
Well, I gotta pause to let you by.
Yeah, pretty much. Because it takes miles picking up stuff.
Alright, continuing. Hello, Mr. Axe Armor. Let me axe you something. Running, running, running. Over here I'm running. In order to break through this, you gotta let your whip down. More health! And back up to 99 hearts. That's not even difficult to do in this game. Ow! Thankfully, Richter is immune to poison. I uppercutted him through the floor. I have no idea how that works, but it does. Kaboom! And save. And what is taking Mark so long? Alright. And
Okay.
the reason I grabbed this axe... Doing, is because I plan to use it
Alright.
before I lose it.
Oh, these guys. Oh, nice. You got one of them.
And he's dead. If I had activated the item crash at the right moment, I could have gotten both of them with one shot.
Uh-huh.
Stop that.
Ah! You went right into him.
Join.
Yeah. Why is all the money stored in Candle? Okay.
Oh, by the way, oh, it's not happening with this version. Something weird with some of the PSP version that we played. The sprite priority in this area. Those things in the background cover up the thing that's lowering the elevator.
Huh.
So it's like the elevator I'm on is in the foreground, but the thing holding it is in the background. Like, behind the background. And it's like, but that doesn't make any sense in a three-dimensional space!
I must go to sleep in my coffin so I can fight Dracula.
Wait, what? Well, they're Alucard's coffins, so he's like, this is a friendly place for you to rest, my friend.
Maybe Maria would like to share a coffin with Alucard.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
They might need a king-size coffin, though.
Sheesh. It must be awkward shopping for beds as a vampire. It's like, Oh yes, the one time when the Super Ultra Deluxe comfy coffins that they make, which serve no purpose normally.
I'm sorry, but when I think of coffins, I always think of that Balto review that the Nostalgia Critic did, where they show, like, the child-sized coffins, implying the kids are gonna die. It's like, Jesus, movie! Those coffins there mean the kid's gonna die. Phil Collins says it should make you cry. All the emotions and stuff. Give me a check. I gotta fly.
By the way, boo, haunted house.
Wow, those...
They can only be killed with holy attacks. All sub-weapons have holy property.
Ugh.
I didn't want to have to...
Grand Cross!
I didn't want to have to bust that out, but... Some of these guys were giving me very little choice in that.
Yeah. Yeah, you die. Yeah, you die.
By the way... Jump up.
Nice.
Ow! Ooh! Daggone it. I didn't throw the stupid thing high enough.
It was like they just invited one of the developers. It's like, okay, we need a voice of the monsters that you're fighting to cry out in pain. Hey, you, could you do a voice? Oh! Yeah, that's good. Let's go with that.
It needs to be higher. Hey, look, I'm crossing the platforms.
Yeah. And it just keeps going.
Yep. It's like, I had never, before this game, I had never thought to do that, like, throw the cross in in the opposite direction, and then wait for it to do its return.
And then it just keeps going.
Uh-huh.
Endlessly.
Normally, though, you can't run fast enough as a Belmont to keep up with that, or you'll run too fast. Huh. Richter's at just the right speed with his dash to just follow behind it.
Take that.
Whoop! To break floors.
Take that.
And dead. And load. Give me that. Ow!
I love how there's
Dan.
no fanfare for the life ups in this game.
Only when you're Richter or Maria.
Okay.
Okay. We're back in. Microphone is unmuted. And yeah, it's unmuted.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but somehow, for some reason, the program just crashed.
Yeah, the whole emulator.
Mm-hmm. We're not sure it was... I've never had that happen on my computer, and I swear this is running... Although, before it happened, I saw the program stutter a bit. It stuttered a little bit. But...
Well, I'm hoping that now that I have more RAM, we at least shouldn't have to worry too much about the OBS having overloaded issues.
Oh yeah, I haven't even been checking that.
I haven't seen anything. But I do think that not having enough RAM is probably what caused that.
Don't you move on me. Come back here. Oh, whoops. Going too fast.
Get too fast.
Whoop! Why, hello there.
Well, that part's dead. Oh, it's all on fire and gone. Oh, blue light caterpillars have gone inside me.
And increased my health. Oh, because he landed from a great height, he is like, gotta do my ducking animation.
It just looked funny. Perfect jump, perfect jump, perfect jump, perfect jump, perfect jump.
Now loading. Yeah, the Saturn version loads a lot more often. Some areas that were just that were mostly unbroken are now broken up by load screens.
Boom.
Data saved.
Which is good, because we've already seen we can have issues.
Out of my way. Out of my way. Dun, 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 dun.
We're out! Ow!
It's just a flesh wound. Just a scratch. Flesh wound? That's your arm down there. No, it isn't. Come on, you. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mr. Apes.
I'm gonna get you.
I knew you could do it. Now you can die. Woo! Load faster, dang it. Abandoned pit to the catacomb, the catacomb, the catacomb. Abandoned pit to the catacomb. Doo-ba-ba-ba-doo-boo. Boop.
Saving.
I probably wouldn't even bother with this if I wasn't afraid of the program.
And it came out of nowhere, too. It was like the game was running pretty dang well.
On that other emulator I used to use, Yabos, this fiery glow was just a solid gradient.
What?
And certain things were, like, off-center. But it's a more user-friendly...
It's Cerberus! That would be an interesting name for a knight. And now, introducing Cerberus.
Ow.
I'll pronounce you Cerberus, Lord of the Realm, and a very nice doggy. Not to be confused with Cerberus, which is a strange cat god that can beat up Goku.
Yeah, a Siamese cat, to be more precise. Or should I say to be more precise?
Well, I know you're called the Salem Witch.
Oh, I'm gonna keep my quass.
More Salem Witches. Okay.
Salem witches, they be bitches.
Richter, I kill you now. Okay.
Salem witches, they be bitches.
Once we're through, they'll need stitches.
Catacomb. So now I'm no longer in the abandoned pit to the catacomb. I'm in the catacomb.
It's very nice they included English for those.
Yep.
I always find that funny in certain in Japanese games where it'll be Japanese, 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 English out of nowhere. Japanese, Japanese, Japanese. It can be really helpful considering some Japanese games actually include English in the menus. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, this one does. Actually.
Well, at least I can remember some of their names.
Well, considering all the gremlin jokes you made about them. Like, I'm carrying a source of bright light.
Hey, stop that, horsey! I'm hitting your backside!
No use to fight you, or you, or you. Hi there, Rygar. 1, 2, 3, duck.
Boom, boom, boom.
1, 2, 3, duck.
Boom, boom, boom.
1, 2, 3, duck.
Boom, boom, boom.
1, 2, 3, duck.
In your face.
The
There it goes.
I accidentally walked forward and raised my elevation. That's what happened.
Finally.
Got my hearts back.
Richter eats sure-you-cans for breakfast.
Richter, sure you can, because you sure you can't.
Do.
By the way, I don't like to abuse item crashes too much, but as you've seen with Hydrostorm, I have no qualms with using them. It's just all about choosing when and where.
Yeah. When in werewolves.
When in werewolves, do what the werewolves do.
It's the creepiest boss in the entire game! Grand Crawl! Honestly, if the emulator was gonna crash, now would be the time.
Speaking of crashing,
And it's dead.
Legion is dead. We know that he's dead.
And now we move forward through the loading.
Ow.
Ha-ha! Ha-ha!
I only came this way because there's some convenient hearts to refill. My hearts.
Your heart.
And these platforms can conveniently come out of nowhere to let me back up. I like how the whip can hit things slightly behind you, as well as slightly above you.
Man, those gremlins don't want to die.
Ow.
Oh!
Haha.
Now you're doing it.
If you walk too close to him, you'll activate his disc thing. These things are actually referred to sometimes as disc armors, which is ironically what Rygar's weapon is called.
Huh.
So I just call them Rygar. Oh. Thank you for dying. Boing, boing. Remember in Castlevania 3 that one guy I kept jumping over in the bridge towards death?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bothering with the rest of you. Do 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 do. Ow.
Ooh.
And you thought the Wiggle Whip was over. Ow.
Whoa. What are those things?
We're skeletons.
Oh.
I haven't saved in a bit, so...
You better save.
What if it's like, save...
Oh man, I'm glad. By the way, Jake's game crashed the other day. One of the Switch games crashed. And it was so polite. It was like, it gave us a nice little message. It was like, the game has crashed, returning you to home menu. Remember what game crashes used to be like? Oh my gosh, that happened. That happened to me at least a few times when I was playing Phantasy Star Online, and every time my ears would bleed. It's like, why? Guys, why can't you...
I've had game crashes where the crash was silent.
That's the best type of crash. It's kind of... It startles you for a few seconds because it's like this loud sound and your game stops working. It's like, okay, I'm just having fun, fighting enemies.
War point. No, not you. Yes, the horse head.
Coming through. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo-hoo, coming through.
Ahoo! Ha-ha! Hee-hee! Ho-ho!
Wario!
Now loading.
Oh, our landlord's here. Huh. Woo! Woohoo!
I'm not even bothering with you guys. Ow. Uppercut you through the floor. Uppercut you through the floor. Uppercut and not even bother with you. You're not even worth killing. But you are.
He didn't even get to use his bowling chain. His flail!
He flailed. He flailed to stop me. He's a flailer.
Actually, he didn't. That's the problem. He did not flail to stop you. He failed to flail. He's a flailure.
I just said that.
Yeah, he's a big old flailure.
Hey, what do you call a person that is a failure with a flail? A flailure. You're running that joke into the ground. I know.
If these were separated into episodes, that would be a nice episode name, but they're not.
But they're not.
Gotta keep saving, just in case it freezes again.
I didn't know we were fighting Frieza.
Monkey! You're nothing but a monkey!
D. Luffy. Pop!
It's exploded!
Your landlord sounds like he's got a bit of a southern accent.
Maybe. Those are some nice boomerangs you got, skeletons.
Skellerangs. Yeah. Bye!
Later, fools.
Ow. Okay. I was gonna just whip dash past you and let you live, but... No, I'm not.
Going up. Up, 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 up.
You bloody zombie! How did you destroy that candle behind you? What was it called? Backswing? Yeah, backswing.
Ooh. Ooh.
Haha! I look like I have skill, but I don't. Wait, what?
And saving, more saving, all the time.
So is there... Can you do that as many times as you want?
What, that? Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you can press down, up, and jump consistently. Apparently it works better in the Saturn version. I'm not sure why.
Huh.
This is going to take a bite.
There you go.
You know what's funny? When I do that in practice runs, it's like it takes forever, and then when I do that while recording, it's like I get it very easily. It's just one of those things.
Oh, it's time to fight this guy. Holy attack, holy attack, holy attack. Take that. More of that. Some of that.
It's faster than whipping him, and it does the same damage.
And here comes his second form. Hey, that's not even my true form. That's not even my final form. Is this your final form? Yes. Oh, it doesn't look like it's reaching.
Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Will you stop that?
Come on, come on, come on. Time to kill him good.
He's dead. Too early.
Now loading.
Actually, I wonder if it's possible to... you'd have to, like, do it the second you reach the... Like, if this hits something, then he loses all forward momentum, even though it looks like he should still have forward momentum after he clears the thing that stopped him.
Yeah.
It's like, thinking about it logically, this doesn't make any sense.
It is pretty cool that you can play as him with his outfit from the actual art for the game.
Also, when you fight him with Alucard, he has this outfit. He does not have this outfit when you fight Dracula at the beginning of the game, but he'll have this outfit when you fight him as Alucard.
Right.
So, I guess they're just kind of being like, well, you know, that was his outfit 7 years ago in Rondo of Blood, so...
It makes sense.
I mean, now Rondo of Blood's been retconned with Dracula X Chronicles, but they didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, they could have... Like, I don't understand why they didn't make this outfit an option for the PSP game. You know, the game that retcons the prequel to this game, where he's wearing this outfit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, that outfit on the sprite was in the Saturn version, and I don't like that version, therefore, Because this was ported by a different team. Igarashi had nothing to do with this port. And that's, I think, the real reason why none of this stuff appeared in any subsequent port. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't have anything to do with that version, therefore, I'm just going to remove all of its influence. I'm going to pretend like it never existed.
Yeah, the only way to play this version is on the Saturn.
Or an emulator. And, you know, I wasn't going to buy a Japanese Saturn and a Japanese copy of this game just for this.
Just to have it maybe die on you. Wouldn't that suck?
Yep. I want my cross, thank you.
Hey. Oh, nice one. I really thought that guy was going to hit you.
So did I. You'll find a lot of times the nice ones are just me getting lucky. I'm like, I have no idea how I did that, but I'm going to take full credit for it. Hey!
It's a griffin!
It's a hippogriff.
It's a hypocritsv.
Oh, whoops. I was trying to do that.
It didn't look like that attack was even hitting you for a few seconds there. That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
It's like you were standing in the fire, and then... Oh, I guess I should be taking hurt. Ah, taking damage. Ah! Kind of a delayed reaction there, Richter.
Mr. Richter.
It's like he's an actor who missed his cue. Oh, I'm on fire!
and the film crew didn't edit the tape.
Yeah, it's like us, like, oh, come on, Richter. How did you... You're on fire, for crying out loud!
Richter's on fire.
Cut, cut, cut!
What is this, Beautiful Joe now? Oh, I should put a card. An Alucard.
Not to be confused with an a la carte.
Yeah, no.
You're killing that guy. Kill that other guy. There's another guy to kill. Castle.
Keep. You can keep your castle. Activating that warp point so I can get back here easily. Mm-hmm. Whoop up. Whoop. Don't want any crashes now. Not even the bandicoots? Especially the bandicoots. Well, maybe Coco. She's a bandicootie.
Cuties! Oh, now I gotta fight this guy. Time to fight Devilman.
I heard he's such a crybaby.
He's just let me land on the ground. No, you're not allowed to land on the ground.
This is like Tekken. I want to air juggle.
It's just no circumstance. It's like, oh, I got a thing. Okay, let's go.
It increased my max health, whatever.
This is Meta Nightmare in every sense of the word. Except it, kind of predates Meta Nightmare, I guess.
Yeah, you can't save in Meta Nightmare, though.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta go through it in one shot.
Well, actually, the Meta Nightmare in Kirby's Ultimate Star you could save, but not in the original Meta Nightmare.
Oh!
So remember when I was saying, like, in PSP Maria mode, even if she couldn't handle the reverse castle herself, which she totally can for the most part, but even if she couldn't, she would have freed Richter by then. And keep in mind, Richter does double damage in the reverse castle.
Right. Oh yeah, you just got uppercutted into oblivion. Flee! Flee from me, flea man!
Oh, when I played the Saturn Maria mode, after I destroyed that guy's armor, he got stuck up there.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know. It's happened a few times in practice runs, but I was like, oh, there's no way it's going to happen while I'm oh my gosh. Have you ever had something like that happen where it's like, when you're playing a game and you're like, oh, I bet this would never happen when I'm recording. And then it happens and you're like, stop the presses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clock tower. Hey, where's those Scissorman guys?
Yeah, they got put in the completely wrong area.
We were gardeners. Gardener's furniture. The next place I'll be going is the library, so I'll be wanting that.
We made a lot of progress.
It's raining. It's pouring. The Psycat is burping, apparently. Elevator activated in Japanese.
Elevator activated in Japanese. Elevator action in Japanese. Whoa! What if Richter died in an elevator accident? It's like in Dracula would be like, well, that takes care of that problem. Or Shaft, whichever. There we go. Problem solved.
It's like, but Sir Maria's still around.
Fuck.
And your son just came knocking on your door.
Double fuck! What else is with him, sir?
Hey, old man, up there. Don't ignore me! Yes, you get a life up item for doing that.
I cannot help someone. Book.
Take a look, it's in a book. I'm gonna kill you.
Gonna kill you.
I still blame you, by the way.
Reading Rainbow will never leave. Kinda like how everything has to be related to Parappa for some reason.
Or Spectrobes.
Or Spectrobes.
Speaking of which, still the most viewed Castlevania game that I have done on this channel has been Curse of Darkness, and I honestly believe it's partially because I advertise it at the end of every Spectrobes episode. It's like, if you like Spectrobes and you like Castlevania, you might like this.
Does that mean all we have to do to make a series popular is just advertise it at the end of Spectrobes?
Not necessarily. It doesn't always work that way.
But that would be an excellent thing if it did work. Alright, this month we're going to advertise this series. It's kind of lacking views. Let's advertise this at the end of Spectrobes.
Or just put a card in Spectrobes.
Just keep changing the cards in Spectrobes every month.
Change the cards in Spectrobes and Parappa every month.
Every month. Just different cards.
Or you guys could actually learn how to use whatchamacallit?
Analytics?
Not that.
Oh!
May I recommend a good book to read?
Boom!
It's the good book.
Like caterpillars! Oh, want you inside me.
What?
Like caterpillars. Oh, get inside me.
And then it just cuts to a clip of JonTron. What? That clip has become a meme. Woo! Yep. Does it still count as a full playthrough if I omit certain areas of no actual consequence? Like, if an area literally has nothing for me. No health up items, no boss, no nothing.
I don't know.
It's like, well, technically... Shut up about technically. It's like, well, technically your face.
Slow moving books. I tried to get into this book, but it was so slow. Or rather, this book tried to get into me, but it was so slow.
This book tried to get into me. It's like, I knew you loved your books, but I didn't know you loved them that much. More importantly, I didn't know they loved you back. These ectoplasm sprites are reused from Rondo of Blood, and then later reused for Castlevania Adventure Rebirth.
Dracula goes through his library and he's like, alright, let's see what we got here. Floating books that attack my enemies, good. Twilight? What the fuck is this shit doing here?
And the Master Librarian's like, I thought if they just looked at it, they'd flee in terror. He's like, oh yes, excellent. Excellent choice, yes. What? Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the doppelganger,
Yeah, I've been actually thinking you haven't fought the doppelganger yet.
Oh, if you go in from that side, he won't activate.
Really?
Really?
That's so weird.
It's so dumb. I can't use item crashes on him. He just turns into mist.
Okay.
It's mystifying. Get it? It's mystifying.
Richter, I choose not to fight you because you came through that passage. You must move to the other passage for me to take interest.
Yeah. It's programmed in such a way because when Alucard comes through here, he can only come through the one way. And he can't pass this area.
So you can't have too many bosses left after this, right? I feel like you fought a lot of bosses.
This is the last one.
Oh. I mean, even with that time that I was busy with Jake's mom.
That does not sound right out of context.
Oh gosh, dang it! Can we get that out, please?
No, I'm leaving that in.
No.
It's too daggone funny.
Oh, that is so messed up.
I'm sorry. It's just too funny.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't mean it in that way.
I can't believe I said that. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever said anything quite like that.
I don't think you did either.
Oh Oh, gosh, dang it.
Good thing I activated that warp at the top of the castle.
Ugh.
Alright, gotta pause and then press L to see where I am in the Saturn version.
Ugh. Alright, time to go fight,
Nobody.
no one.
It would actually have been funny if they put a doppelganger at the top of the castle for Richter mode.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense too, because they already have a Richter fight programmed in.
But here's the thing. Richter's immune to holy.
Oh, yeah.
He's flat out immune. And everything you have in Richter mode is holy.
Oh, great.
So they would have to make the doppelganger... They'd have to program him slightly differently. They actually do that in Trevor mode for Curse of Darkness.
Huh.
By the way, remember how this used to be just one continuous thing and didn't have to load?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not how it is in the Saturn version. There's no reason for me to go up there. I could collect that if I wanted to, but I'm already fueling here.
It feels so anticlimactic that there's nothing there.
Point to the sky!
Yeah! We're going up! Our whip will pierce the heavens!
And the heavens are upside down for some
For
reason.
some reason, yeah. Okay,
So is this still the top of the castle, or is it now the bottom?
I don't know.
That would mean the catacombs are now at the top. Oh, that's why that one boss is there.
Okay, so, we're in the other castle now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna collect the HP upgrades and save, and that'll be that.
That'll be that. That'll be that. That'll be that.
That'll be that. I'm the Cat in the Hat. That'll be that. The Cat in the Hat and Captain Hook were like the two things I went for as Halloween the most. On Halloween, went as on for Halloween. Went for as on.
The Cat in the Hat has never been fat. He's actually pretty dang skinny. For the most part.
And that's that for part 1 of Richter Mode. Join us next time for the Upside Down Castle, where Mark won't be here.
The Cat in the Hat with that one and that too. Oh wait, no, that's thing 1, thing 2.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm out.
He's Audi 9000, 5000, 2000.